Good morning. So the kids are home today and then tomorrow and go back to school on Thursday. So we're enjoying the last few days at home. It's been a really nice break, but I think they're ready to go back too. They keep talking about going back and seeing their friends and all that. Today, according to Amazon tracking, Inga's brick wallpaper that I have been waiting on for weeks and weeks and weeks is supposed to arrive today. And so what I think I'm gonna do, if Bo takes his afternoon nap, which he should because he usually does for a few hours every day, I'm going to wallpaper that last strip in her room, and rather than putting it on hyperlapse where it's a really fast before and after really quick, I'm going to slow down and explain a little bit of wallpapering tips and tricks as I do that. Because I think wallpaper is
I'm going to a party.
Cora is going to a party today, she says. She looks so pretty. So I think sometimes the hyperlapse is fun, but I'm going to slow down because a lot of people are intimidated by wallpapering. And to me, after the learning curve, because I figured out how to wallpaper many years ago, but after that, it is just so fun, and you like don't stop thinking of things to wallpaper. Like, it's just the most fun thing. And even me, the way I do it, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you're not doing it right. You really shouldn't start on the far left side. You should start in the center of the room. Or a few people are saying, you know, oh, you shouldn't add paste to peel and stick wallpaper. But these are just ways that I have been doing it in the way that works for me. So I'll just show you what works for me, and know that everybody, like with everything, has different opinions on the right and wrong way. But I'm going to show you today how I do it in case you guys want to also wallpaper. It's a really, really fun way to update. I always love the first week in January because there's not a lot going on. It's kind of a week of just lull, you know, after the holidays. And it's really nice. We're starting to get back a little bit into sports. Sam has a basketball practice today, and Jenna's got a volleyball practice, but it's just kind of a nice lull week with not a whole lot going on. So I'm enjoying that. So today I saw on a calendar, it's not like a real holiday, but it's National Introvert Day. So I thought that was kind of funny because I am such an introvert, and a lot of people think I'm an extrovert because I can be social and I can be outgoing and all that. But I think the misconception about introverts is that they don't like people, or they're just kind of like quiet and withdrawn. That's really not the case, for me anyway. For me, it's where I get my energy. So I love being by myself, just thinking, and with small. But I think it's like where introverts get their energy, because I get my energy from being in total quiet and just being alone with my thoughts, small groups, like just kind of being away from loud and noisy, like recharges me. And also, one thing that differentiates extroverts from introverts is extroverts they love small talk and they love talking in big groups. And introverts they hate small talk, actually. They love the deep conversations, like the real stuff. And they don't like to talk as much as they like to just sit and observe and like listen. So, I don't know, but it's National Introvert Day. So if you're an introvert, then today is our day, right? All right, what else? I think that's it for today. I'm gonna wallpaper Inga's room and just enjoy the kids. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Cora is ready for a birthday party today. It's a birthday party for her pretend friends, right? Can you tell us about your friends?
Catherine. Yeah. No, Jessa.
Jessa, yeah. Tell me about Jessa. What does she look like? What color hair does she have?
Rainbow hair.
Rainbow hair? Oh, that's cool. What about Alice? Is that your other one? What color hair does Alice have? Jessa and Alice, yeah.
And Caslin.
Yes, Caslin is a real friend, but Jessa and Alice are pretend friends, huh? That's fun. And you're going to have a birthday party? Whose birthday is it?
Mine.
Oh, it's your birthday. I see. We partnered with a company called Medj, and they are on Etsy, and they have a very, very cute idea where they have decals that you can put on walls and make it look like a little village. And the kids just love playing with their dolls in front of this backdrop, and it just adds like a whole different look to a room, and it just kind of makes it like magical for the kids. And these decals are actually removable, but they stay on the wall very, very well. And but you can remove them as well if you're sick of, the decals at some point. You can remove them and move them to another area or whatever. And I love that. And then we also put them in Inga's attic space here. And the kids love to come in here and play. And it just makes just a fun, magical little child area. And just look how fun this room is. So I'm going to link.
Is it Christmas? What gifts did you get? Can you show us?
I got this one.
Wow, that's so cool.
I got so much. I got this one and this one and this one.
Wow.
Oh, he's eating it now. Bobo, where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Where'd he go? In my pack, right? Peekaboo. What do you mean?
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Where'd he go? Where's Bo? Where'd he go? Here he is. Oh, where'd he go? You can play this all day. Where's Bo? Where's Bo? Where'd he go? Where's Bo? Where's Bo? Peekaboo.
Never really been into parties. Large crowds don't take me on a group date. And if you ask me if I'm lonely, hardly. I think it's time an introvert set the record straight. You're
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
This wallpaper finally arrived. I'm so excited. So this is the wallpaper for that final strip right there. So I'm going to show you, not in fast motion, but in regular speed, how to wallpaper. And I'm going to just use this strip to kind of show you a few tips and tricks that I use. One thing is, whenever you wallpaper, you're always going to need more wallpaper than you think that you're going to need. And I've learned that the hard way several times, and I thought that I ordered enough for this wall, but you always have to take into account the overlap, and there's a little bit of wasted amount, and just always order that extra roll if you're not sure. The other thing when you wallpaper is the very first strip that you put down is always the most important one, because that one sets the stage for all of the others. So if you put the first one on crooked, all of it's going to be crooked. So the very first strip that you lay down is the most important one. So one thing with wallpaper, a lot of the options now are peel and stick, and that's fine. They have a lot of fun designs with the peel and stick options, including this one. But it doesn't stay on as well. No matter if you're wallpapering, anywhere, it always stays on better, in my experience, if you use paste with it. And so I use this paste right here. I've used this kind for years. I love this kind. I'll link it later on. But what I do first is I remove the backing from the peel and stick, and then I add the paste. I don't put the paste on the back until I remove that sticky part. If I can find a pattern that I like that is not peel and stick, I will always get that. Like, traditional wallpaper to me is the best, but the peel and stick options, there's a lot more colors and patterns and that kind. So usually you'll find peel and stick in the pattern that you like, but that's okay. You just peel off the. So the first thing I do is I find the pattern. So right there's a skinny brick, and that is how I've kind of figured it out with this pattern, because all the bricks tend to look the same. But that skinny brick right there is what I go off of. So I go to the top, and I know that I'm gonna need to cut it right there, but I don't do that yet. I always cut higher up than I need to cut first, because I want to make sure that I don't cut it too small. So I always cut about an inch more than I know I'm going to need, both at the top and then at the bottom. So always allow at least an inch more than you think you're going to need whenever you make that first cut. So then I peel the back off of it. So that's the wallpaper face down. I make sure the floor is clean. I peeled the backing off of it. And it sounds very simple, but it's so important to remember which is top and which is bottom. Because if you get that flipped, then your pattern won't match up. And if you catch it after you get it on the wall, then it's kind of a mess. So the next step is I put the paste on the back of the wallpaper. And how I do that is I just pour it on there. I know a lot of people use a table and do it different ways, but I've found that as long as my floor is clean, that this wallpaper paste, even if it gets on the floor, it just wipes up. It's no big deal. And then as far as wallpapering, those are the only two tools I use. I use a blade and then this wallpaper smoothing tool. I've used this for many, many jobs. So the next step is I just pour this onto the paste, or onto the paper. So I just put the paste on like that, and then I use my brush to put it on all of the paper. And it's important to make sure that you get the paste on the corners and the edges. Also, of course, in the middle, but it's really important on the sides and on the tops more than anything. Just all along the edges, because if you ever have problems with wallpaper, it's going to be lifting on the corners and on the sides. And so you put the paste all over the wallpaper, making sure that you get enough on the sides, all around the edges. And also it's important not to add too much paper or too much paste, because then it just ends up a big mess, and it also will lead to bubbling. So I always use the most minimum amount of paste possible to minimize mess and just minimize bubbling. All right, so now the back of the wallpaper has paste on it, and I need to get that strip up there. So how I do that is I fold the bottom up. Might be hard with one hand. Anyway, I'm gonna fold it halfway up, and then I'm gonna walk it up. I'll show you that in a second. Like that. So I folded it up. I'm going to walk up there holding the top and just put it up there, and I'm going to start smoothing with this smoothing tool, making sure that I pay attention to the edges, and I'm just going to go all around it, smoothing it onto the wall. So then you just go down like this, just nice slow strokes all the way down on the wallpaper, making sure that you go to the edges like this, kind of move all of the paste. See how it comes out just a little bit? That's perfect, because you don't want it to come out a lot. That means you've added just the right amount of wallpaper paste. And also at the seams, just make sure that you have enough paste coming out the bottoms and to the sides so that it will stay on the wall. And it looks like I'm gonna need one more strip from there to there, and I'll have to cut that. But then when you're done putting the paste on and you're done smoothing, then you grab your razor, and I'll have to probably put the phone down to do that, but I use this hand to hold that, and then I use my razor and I just cut along the edge for the baseboard where I need to make the final cut. So then after you've cut the bottom part and the top, you just grab it and you pull it off like this, and then you use paper towels to just wipe off the excess, and then there you go. Okay, the wallpaper is all done, and I put the picture of Inga back on the wall. It looks really cute. So the wall is all done, and now I think her room is complete. It is totally finished now. So this room used to be a family room, and it just wasn't working with 3 girls sharing a room upstairs with Evie, Roz, and Inga. And so I had an idea of making this into Inga's room because I just thought she would thrive in her own space. And so we started out using this room with just the sofa bed to see if it worked. And it proved that it did work. So I got her this antique bed that I found on Marketplace. And then slowly it evolved into her room. So she's got her desk. She has her huge TV that the kids all love to come in here and watch. And she's got her wardrobe chest. And we've got this wardrobe chest here that I got on from an auction, actually. But that's nice for her clothes. And there's Bo playing with her little beaded curtains. So this room, since it was a family room, it has sliding pocket doors. And it does have a walk-through area here. So yes, the kids can walk through her room, but we've kind of told them to go around so they can use the stairs right there and go all the way down and then back up if they need to go through her room. So she does have enough privacy in here. And then those are the little houses that I talked about today. And then she's got her egg chair. So I think this room has taken on a shape of its own, and it's just much better used as her room than it ever was as a family room, because we always use downstairs to watch TV as a family, so we didn't use this room much, but I'm really happy the way it turned.
Where's Bo? There he is.
Peekaboo.
Where's Bo? Where's Bo? There he is.
Peekaboo. Is Inga recording too? Where'd he go? Hey Bo, say mama. Say mama.
Say mama. Mama. Can you say mama's name?
Mama.
Mama, can you say mama's name? Mama, mama.